I copied native English speakers for 21 days, and honestly, I didn't expect what happened. At first, I just wanted to sound more natural. You know, like real people in movies or podcasts. But after a few days, something started to shift. Not just in the way I spoke, but also in the way I listened, the way I understood English, and even the way I thought. In this video, I'll tell you what I did, what changed, and what you can learn from my little experiment. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to our channel, hit that bell so you don't miss our daily English lessons, and give this video a like if you're serious about improving your speaking skills. Trust me, these small actions really help support our work. So, what did I actually do? Every day for 21 days, I chose one short video, clip, or audio of a native speaker. It could be a scene from a show, an interview, or even a simple conversation. Then, I did 3 things: listen, repeat, and copy, not just the words, but the way they said them. I copied the tone, the pauses, the speed, and even the little sounds they made. At first, it felt strange. I wasn't used to talking that way. Native speakers sometimes sound fast, relaxed, and a little bit messy. They connect words, drop sounds, and use expressions that aren't in grammar books. But that's the point. I wanted to stop sounding like a textbook and start sounding like a person. In the beginning, I noticed how often native speakers use contractions. They almost never say, "I am going to," or "she is not." They say, "I'm gonna," and "she's not." It's so common that when you say the full form, it actually sounds a bit too formal or even unnatural. Also, I paid attention to rhythm. This was a big one. English has a certain music to it. It's not flat. Some words are strong, some are weak. For example, in the sentence, "I don't want to go," the words "don't" and "go" are stronger. If you don't copy the rhythm, even a correct sentence can sound wrong. After a few days of shadowing, I could feel that rhythm more clearly. Something else I noticed was how native speakers use fillers and softeners. They say things like, "you know," "I mean," "kind of," like, "actually," and "to be honest." These little words don't add information, but they make speech smoother and more real. For example, someone might say, "I was, like, super tired yesterday." You don't need "like," but it's there to make the sentence sound casual and friendly. I started adding a few of those naturally, and it really changed the way I spoke. Another change was in my listening skills. When you copy native speakers every day, you start hearing the small details. At first, when someone said, "Whatcha doing?" I couldn't catch it. But after a week of shadowing, I realized it means, "What are you doing?" Just faster and more connected. I also picked up things like "lemme" for "let me" and "dunno" for "don't know." These reductions are everywhere. If you don't practice listening to them, they feel impossible. But once your ear gets used to them, you start understanding way more. By the second week, I also noticed a confidence boost. When I tried to speak English before, I was always thinking about grammar. Now, I was thinking about sound. I wasn't building my sentence word by word, I was remembering how it felt to say it. That made a big difference. My sentences came out faster and smoother, and I didn't pause so much. I wasn't perfect, but I felt more real. By the end of 21 days, I wasn't just copying anymore. The way I spoke started to sound more natural, more relaxed, and more automatic. I wasn't just learning English, I was starting to live it. Of course, I still make mistakes, and that's okay. But now I know that sounding fluent isn't just about knowing more words or grammar. It's about learning how people really use the language in everyday life. So here's what I'd say if you're learning English and feel stuck: copy native speakers. Pick short clips. Repeat them out loud. Don't worry if it feels strange. That's part of the process. Copy their tone, their energy, their little habits. After just a few days, you'll start to hear the difference. And after a few weeks, you'll feel it. If this video helped you or gave you some ideas, share it with a friend who's learning English too. Learning is always better when you do it together. Drop a comment below and let us know, have you ever tried copying native speakers? What did you notice? What was difficult? And remember, we post new videos every single day to help you speak English with more confidence. So make sure you're subscribed, the bell is on, and we'll see you in the next one.